how deep the roots can go when they are pushed to find water at a level they would never have explored if the surface conditions had been comfortable enough to stay shallow. Tell me who your father is. Speak it aloud if you can, or speak it in the deepest interior of your awareness, because you need to hear yourself say it. I am your true father. In my sight, you carry more value than all the precious materials the earth contains, more than all of it combined. Nothing in this universe can be placed on a scale against your worth to me and bring the scale to balance. I am telling you this so that you will carry it, so that the knowledge will travel with you out of this moment into the ordinary texture of your actual days, so that you will walk with your head lifted rather than bowed by what has been pressing down on you, so that you will stop receiving treatment that contradicts what I have declared over you. There is something running in you that no obstacle has the authority to permanently stop. Every day you are becoming more fully what I designed you to be, and the direction of that becoming is towards something good. Follow what I am showing you. Let your choices align with what I speak over your life. A life that walks according to what I say is not a life without difficulty or surprise, but it is a life with a compass that stays oriented even when the terrain shifts. What I speak does not depend on your perfection to remain true. It remains true because of who I am, and I do not change. Move toward your destination with the settled assurance of one who knows whose child they are and what that means for the road ahead. Yes, there will be difficulty. Yes, there will be moments when you make the wrong choice and have to find your way back. But my forgiveness is already present, already moving toward those moments before they happen, already received on your behalf. With that as the foundation, what truly has the power to stop you? You called to me. You cried my name out of a real place of need. And I am here, present to that cry, not just aware of it, but actively responding to it, bringing the comfort and the specific answer you were searching for when you reached out. Your trust in me through the difficult seasons, the way you kept coming back even when the answers were slow, even when the silence of waiting felt like absence, that tells me something about who you are. And even though I already knew what you would bring to me before the words formed, I treasure your prayers. They are like a fragrance that rises and reaches me and matters to me in a way that is real and not merely poetic. The certainty underneath your asking, the belief that I am genuinely present and that I genuinely want what is good for you, that is not a small thing. It is one of the most beautiful things I see in you. Your trust in me through the difficult seasons, the way you kept coming back even when the answers were slow, even when the silence of waiting felt like absence, that tells me something about who you are. There is a faith that exists only in easy circumstances, that fills the space when things are going well and evaporates when the pressure comes. And then there is the kind of faith you have been developing, faith that has been tested and has kept its shape under the testing, faith that does not require perfect circumstances to sustain itself. That second kind is the kind that can carry real weight. The faith of someone who has been through something genuinely difficult and has come out on the other side still saying yes is more valuable than the faith of someone who has never been seriously challenged. Your history of persisting through difficulty is not a record of suffering to be ashamed of. It is the evidence of what has been formed in you. I see it. I honor it. And I am building the next chapter on what that faith has made you into. Settle into calm now, in the confident expectation that what you asked for will come to you. The difficulties your family has been navigating will not continue indefinitely. I am sending discernment into your household, the capacity to recognize what is happening before it has fully developed, so that you can respond from a position of preparation rather than constantly being caught off guard. Go forward with faith. Move toward the provision I have arranged. I am placing in your awareness people, relationships, connections that I am bringing back into the geography of your life for a reason. Through those connections, something will reach you that you needed. And through you, something will reach them that they needed. My blessing has a way of moving through people toward other people, knitting lives together in patterns that serve purposes larger than any single person can see from inside their own experience. Something large is opening in your life, larger than what you came into this season expecting. The grace you will need to carry it well includes humility. Keep your hands on my word. Let it become so deep in you that your trust is no longer shaken every time the circumstances shift. Draw near to me regularly, with your full attention, with your ears open to the quieter things I speak. Treasure what I say. Keep my promises in a place of active remembering, not as information stored and occasionally retrieved, but as the actual lens through which you interpret what is happening around you. The prayers you have offered from a posture of genuine dependence, the ones you brought to me from your knees when you had nothing else to offer, those carry weight that you do not fully know. Keep praying that way, because from the lowest place of your own resources you are actually reaching the highest point of access to mine. A sincere prayer, offered with an honest heart, carries the full agreement of what I am and what I intend for you. Go now, beloved, and move into the rest of your days with something renewed in you. What surrounds you is not only the difficult situation you have been inside. My love guards you. My presence accompanies you. I am with you in every actual moment of every actual day. It is not an accident that these words have reached you. Consider for a moment how many things had to align for you to be in this moment, receiving what I am saying. The circumstances of your life, the specific need that brought you here, the particular weight you have been carrying, all of it has been part of a pathway that led you to this exact exchange. Your spirit, pressed and surging under the weight of what you have been carrying, has been reaching toward me. You need me in your life, not in the abstract theological sense, but in the immediate, practical, daily sense of needing help with something you cannot manage without it. You long for the kind of restoration that goes past the surface and works in the actual roots of the anxiety and the fear, the places where the trouble originates. You want the kind of presence that would change the atmosphere of your inner world rather than simply offering brief relief from the outer one. You want the underlying dread that has been setting the tone of your days to finally be replaced by something solid and lasting, something that does not dissolve the moment the next difficulty appears on the horizon. I also want to speak to what happens in you when you choose to trust me in the middle of fear rather than waiting for the fear to leave before you trust. When you make the decision to move forward while the anxiety is still present, when you choose to speak a word of faith while the doubt is still audible in the background, something is registered. Not just in your own experience, though your own experience is changed by it too. Something is registered in the territory you are walking through. The fearful thing loses some of its authority every time it is refused. The wave is still there, but you walk through it rather than being stopped by it. Over time, the pattern of walking through changes the landscape. The territory that once felt impassable becomes ground you know how to cross, and the crossing becomes part of the testimony you will carry into every conversation where someone else is standing at the same edge, wondering if they can make it through. There is a specific thing that happens when a person has been afraid for a long time. The fear stops being a reaction to a specific threat and begins to feel like the natural state of things. The calm, when it comes, starts to feel like the anomaly, and the anxiety starts to feel like the reliable default. You begin to distrust the peaceful moments because experience has taught you that they are followed by something difficult. So, instead of receiving the calm as a gift, you find yourself waiting for it to end, scanning the peaceful interval for signs of the next disruption. I want to reach into that pattern and speak directly to it. The peace I give is not the calm before the next storm. It is not a temporary gap between difficulties. It is a foundation that persists beneath every weather pattern, available to you through the difficulty and through the ease alike. When the storm is present, the peace is still there, underneath the waves, rooted in ground the waves cannot touch. And when the storm passes and the calm comes, that calm is not borrowed time. It is the actual character of the life I am building in you. Receive it fully when it comes. Do not spend peaceful moments anticipating their end. Let them be what they are, which is evidence of what I am doing. Desperation has been at your door and knocking. The spirit of worrying has been building its case, constructing the argument that the past predicts the future, and therefore more of the same is what is coming for you. Doubt has been offering you fear packaged as wisdom, calling pessimism realism and calling dread prudence. But here is what I declare over the days ahead of you. There will be no permanent residence for discouragement in your interior, no lasting claim for the lies that have circled you, no sustained access through the windows of your soul for thoughts that do not serve the life I have planned for you. You have entrusted your heart to me. Now let me govern this life from the inside out. The storm of pain wants to take from you the peace I placed inside you. The winds of anxiety blow and attempt to carry off the tranquility I left behind for you. But your faith is more durable than what is pressing against it. Your stability has the character of a tree whose roots go down into ground that the storm above cannot reach. You have believed my promises through the difficulty. Because of that, the direction of your life has not changed. Even when the terrain felt uncertain, you will walk with the settled interior confidence of one who is loved, who is protected, who belongs to a Father who has never and will never release his hold on them. Not today, not in the seasons ahead, not in any territory you are about to enter. There is no road back to the anxiety of what lies behind you. I am giving you the strength to face directly and without flinching whatever comes toward you in the days ahead. Believe it not as a performance, not as an attempt to manufacture faith by force of repetition, but because it is simply true. You are already a person who has been reached by something beyond your own capacity to generate. Declare it. Let your own voice say it. Today you need me deeply, and I know it. I am glad when you tell me directly what is happening inside you. I heard you in the recent days when you turned toward me. I received those words, even the ones that came out broken and incomplete. Your sincerity was the whole measure of what I needed. Even faith as small as a seed, as modest and easily overlooked as something so small, is sufficient for your request to be heard in the place where decisions that matter are actually made. From that place I am sending you comfort. From that place I demonstrate my love for you in ways that will become visible in the days ahead. For now, settle into calm. When anxiety rises, return to my words as you would return to a river after crossing dry ground. When difficulty presents itself at the door of your circumstances, answer it with the name of the one who walks with you. My word is alive and specific to the actual conditions of your actual life. Let it become the lens through which you interpret what surrounds you. That way, the instability of the outer world does not become the instability of your inner one. Doubt will not find purchase in a life that is deeply fed. The prayers you have offered from a posture of genuine dependence carry weight that you do not fully know. Keep praying that way. When you think you are at your lowest, when you feel like you have been pressed all the way to the floor of what you can sustain, from that posture, you are actually reaching the highest point of access to what I have. A sincere prayer, offered with an honest heart, carries the full agreement of what I am and what I intend for you. Go now. Move into the rest of your days with something renewed in you. My love guards you. My presence accompanies you. The fact that you are still here, still reading, still listening, is itself an act of faith that I have witnessed and received. Settle into calm now. When anxiety rises, return to my words the way a traveler who has been in dry country returns to a river. Long drink, unhurried, not just a quick sit to get through the immediate thirst, but a real settling beside the water, taking in what has been needed for a long time. When difficulty presents itself at the door of your circumstances, answer it with the name of the one who walks with you. Say, the one who sustains me has been faithful in every situation I have faced, and today will be no different. My word is alive and specific to the actual conditions of your life. Let it become the lens through which you interpret what is around you. That way, the instability of the outer world will not be the instability of your inner one. Doubt will not find purchase in a life that has been deeply fed. What you feel matters to me with a specificity that is not general but personal. The actual texture of your experience, the fear that tightens when the pressure comes, the grief that surfaces without warning in an ordinary moment, the exhaustion of holding what you have been holding, all of it is present to me. I am not offering comfort from a distance. I am present to the particular shape of what you are going through. And from that place of full presence I speak to you now. Peace I give you. Not the conditional quiet that good circumstances can provide and bad circumstances can remove. The kind that persists inside the storm, that exists in the middle of the unresolved and the unfinished, that does not require the situation to improve first before it becomes fully available to you. Receive it now with open hands. Your prayer has been heard and received. My answer is already on its way to you. Receive it when it comes. Celebrate what I do, not only when the outcome is large and visible, but in every smaller evidence of my movement. And know that what I am doing in you today is only one expression of a love that has no end point, that cannot be exhausted, that has been moving toward you since before you existed, and will continue moving toward you into every dimension of what is still to come. The river does not stop. The roots keep growing. The peace I gave you is not on a timer. It is yours, as permanent as my nature, as steady as the one who spoke it into you, as real and as present as this very moment in which you received it. Hold that. Let it settle all the way down into the foundation of how you understand yourself and what you are moving toward. Amen. If this message touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear these words today. There are people in your life right now carrying exactly the kind of weight this message speaks to. People who have been living under fear and anxiety for so long that they have begun to believe it is simply who they are. Share this with them. Let them hear that they do not have to stay in that place, that the one who rescues is still at work, still present, still close to those who call out to him. Type Amen in the comments to receive this blessing, and let your word of agreement become an anchor for someone else who is still learning to hold on. Your Amen carries weight here. Do not hold it back from those who need to receive it.